You think motivation's gonna save you? It won't. It's 5 a.m., your soul feels dead, and you wanna quit? That's when the real game begins. That's when the killers rise. You feel numb, empty, disconnected, like nothing matters. That's not weakness, that's your trigger. Most people wait for motivation. The high performers, they force action through the fog. This video will hammer into your brain why execution without feeling is your ticket to domination. Get ready, no fluff, just fire. You feel nothing? Good. That's not a curse, that's a signal. A golden one. It means you're not hooked on the drug the rest of the world is addicted to. Dopamine, that cheap little hit of feel-good that everyone waits for before they lift a damn finger. You're standing in the void, staring at the wall, no spark, no fire. And that's exactly where the winners are born, because real execution has nothing to do with how you feel. Emotions are liars. They whisper comfort. They tell you to wait, to rest, to postpone. Discipline? Discipline doesn't ask for your feelings. It doesn't care if you're sad, tired, numb, or broken. It demands obedience. The myth that you have to feel motivated is the greatest lie keeping average people stuck in average lives. Do you think the greats felt a surge of joy every day? You think they danced out of bed smiling, ready to attack? Hell no. They felt like you feel. Dead inside sometimes, but they moved anyway. They laced up, they showed up, they executed. Because they weren't chasing a feeling, they were chasing an outcome. They didn't need emotion to validate the work. The work was the validation. That's what separates the ones who talk from the ones who build empires. It's easy to perform when you're inspired. It's easy to show up when life's good, when your heart's beating with purpose. But when you're numb, when you've got nothing inside you but silence and resistance, that's when most people break. And that's exactly where you need to double down. Discipline is choosing action over emotion. It's putting your head down, getting your reps in, sticking to your routine regardless. It's saying, I don't give a damn how I feel, the work gets done. That's power. That's how you earn momentum. You don't wait for it, you generate it. Through consistency, through force, through sheer will. You want results? You want to feel alive again? Then start doing the thing, even when it feels empty. Keep swinging, even when the bat feels heavy. And one day, without warning, the spark hits you mid-stride. But it only comes after the discipline, after the work. Not before. That's the paradox most people never get. They sit around waiting to feel ready, and in that waiting, they rot. You want truth? Here it is. Feelings are fragile, they break easy. Discipline? That's forged in fire. It bends but never snaps. If you can act in the absence of motivation, if you can train your mind to perform with zero emotional fuel, then you've already separated yourself from 99% of the planet. That's what it takes, and that's who you become. So when you feel nothing, do it anyway. That's not weakness. That's your edge. Use it. Execute every damn day. You're not burnt out, you're under-challenged. There's a massive difference, but most people are too soft to admit it. You're not exhausted because you've been giving life your all. You're exhausted because you've been playing small. Day in and day out. You've been stuck in the shallow end, doing the same half-assed routine, scrolling your life away and calling it overwhelmed. That's not burnout, it's boredom disguised as fatigue, and here's the brutal truth. You're bored because your goals are too small. You're not waking up on fire because you have nothing in your life worth burning for. Your mind is designed to chase, to conquer, to overcome. But when you stop feeding it real challenges, challenges that scare you, stretch you, and demand everything from you, it goes into hibernation. It numbs out. That emptiness you feel, it's the echo of potential being ignored. And the longer you stay in that state, the more you will convince yourself that you need rest, when what you really need is a higher standard. Do you think you're mentally drained because you answered a few emails and sat through Zoom calls all day? Please, that's not work, that's theater. The lion doesn't get tired from pacing in a cage. It gets depressed because it was born to hunt. You feel dead inside because you've caged yourself in comfort, convinced yourself that you're doing enough, when deep down, you know you're capable of more. You're not at war, you're in a waiting room. And that's why you feel like you're dying. So what's the cure? Raise the stakes. Play a game where apathy costs you something. Put your reputation, your finances, your time, your pride on the line. When the pressure gets real, the fire returns. And don't just dip your toe in, drown in it. Surround yourself with people who make your current life look like a joke. People who would laugh at your idea of busy. You want that edge back? Then stop living like your life is a rehearsal. This is it, one shot, one chance. And right now you're blowing it on excuses and low expectation. You'll see, the moment you set a target that scares the hell out of you, the kind that demands you show up like a savage, your brain will light up again. Energy will return, not because you slept more, not because you took a week off, but because you finally gave your life meaning again. Comfort is the killer. Challenge is the cure. Force yourself to operate at a level where coasting is no longer an option. Put yourself in positions where failure has consequences. That's where the real you is waiting. Not in naps, not in journaling your feelings, but in the arena where execution matters and every move counts. That's where the fire lives. That's where you come back to life. You've been sold a lie that you need to feel inspired before you act. Some magical lightning bolt of motivation is going to strike and suddenly you'll be ready to change your life. Wake up! That's fantasy. The truth? Action creates emotion, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel ready, you move first. You act while feeling empty, numb, pissed off, exhausted, and that very action pulls you out of the pit. Do you think the Navy SEAL gets up at 4 a.m. because he feels like it? Hell no. He moves. And because he moves, because he refuses to negotiate with his comfort, he becomes the kind of man who dominates. That's the secret right there. The mindset of a winner is forged in motion. Sitting around trying to figure things out or wait until the time is right is exactly why most people die with regret. You get out of your slump by standing up and doing the exact thing your body is resisting. You feel like trash? Then get moving. You're not broken, you're just stagnant. Movement is life. When you hit the gym while you're mentally broken, when you work on your business while your heart is empty, when you push through your goals while your emotions are screaming quit, that's when you build power. Emotional momentum comes from physical momentum. You've been conditioned to think your feelings are some divine compass, that they should dictate your decisions. Nonsense. Feelings are feedback, not facts. You don't need to feel good to do good. You don't need clarity to take the first step. Taking that first step, forcing that motion, is what creates clarity and confidence and energy. The machine doesn't start with inspiration. It starts with ignition. It's not sexy, it's not fun, but it's real. You want results? You want to feel alive again? You better move first. Make the call, send the email, write the script, do the damn reps. Build when it's hard, build when it's lonely. Because that's when most people fold. That's when the average stay average. But if you force movement in the darkness, you generate your own light. Look around. The successful ones, the killers, the builders, they aren't special. They've just learned one simple rule: move first. And the magic follows. The feelings, the passion, the fire, it comes after. But you won't feel any of it unless you earn it through action, through pain, through sweat. You're not going to think your way out of this rut. You're going to act your way out, one brutal, committed, disciplined move at a time. So stop waiting. Stop whining. Stop stalling. You want to feel something again? Then get the hell up and force motion. Because motion builds momentum. And momentum, that's where the power lives. You've lied to yourself long enough. Every time you said, I'll start tomorrow, you gave yourself permission to stay weak. Every time you said, I just need to feel better first, you bought into a fantasy, a soft, pathetic illusion that somehow the universe will align perfectly and hand you the motivation on a silver platter. It won't. The world doesn't give a damn about your mood swings, your doubts, or your excuses. It only responds to results. And those results don't come to the ones who wait. They come to the ones who act when everything inside them screams not to. How many times are you going to repeat the same cycle? You wake up, feel heavy, convince yourself today's not the day, and roll right back into the comfort zone, that silent killer of dreams. That pattern is death. And the worst part, you know it's death. You know damn well that waiting for motivation has cost you months, maybe years of your life. You know that tomorrow never comes. It's just today's cowardly way out. And yet you still whisper those lies to yourself because they're easy, they're comfortable. And comfort is the trap that buries potential. Winners don't operate in that world. They don't ask themselves how they feel. They don't wait for the fog to lift. They move through it. They've trained themselves to act without permission, without needing emotional validation. When it's dark, when it's cold, when they feel like garbage, that's when they attack. Because they understand the secret. Your emotions are temporary, your excuses are fiction. But the regret from quitting, that stays with you. It eats at you, it haunts you when the lights go out and the world is silent. If you're serious, really serious about changing your life, then you've got to kill the voice inside you that bargains for delay. That little voice telling you, rest today, grind tomorrow, is the same one that will be whispering at your funeral, eulogizing all the things you could have done. That voice is not your friend. It's not protecting you. It's your enemy. And it needs to be drowned out with brutal, relentless execution. You want to be the one who wins? Then force the damn work. Show up when it's hell. Push when you're numb. Build when you're broken. That's what separates the elite from the average. Not talent, not luck, not perfect circumstances. It's the raw, savage decision to do the work regardless of how it feels. That's the real muscle. That's the real power. So enough of the lies. Enough of the self-pity. You don't need more time. You need more energy. You need more courage. The kind that says, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm acting now. Because when you finally stop negotiating with your feelings and start demanding results from yourself, everything changes. And that future you keep dreaming about, it finally becomes real. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to hold your hand through the storm. The world doesn't owe you understanding, applause, or a second chance. You think people care about your struggles? They don't. You could vanish tomorrow and the world would keep spinning. That's not cruelty, that's reality. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you take control of your life. Every time you sit around waiting for someone to validate your pain, to understand how hard things are, to feel sorry for you, you're wasting time, precious, brutal time that someone else is using to lap you. While you're sitting in your feelings, someone else is building. While you're scrolling through motivational posts, they're executing, bleeding, pushing, and winning. Life is a scoreboard. The results are visible. You're either getting ahead or you're getting buried. And the scoreboard doesn't care why. It doesn't care if you were tired, broke, anxious, sad, or not in the mood. All it shows is the final score. Did you deliver or not? Did you step up or not? And every damn day you skip the grind because you didn't feel like it. Someone else out there did. And they're coming for your dream, your spot, your legacy. This world is savage. Business, fitness, relationships, success. It's all competition whether you like it or not. And guess what? The hungry don't wait for feelings. They force themselves through the numbness because they understand one cold truth. If they don't, someone else will. You hesitate because you think life's going to give you another shot. You think you've got time. You think next week or next month you'll finally be ready. Newsflash, you won't. That fire you're hoping for, that perfect moment, it's not coming. And while you hesitate, someone is moving with violent speed and relentless focus. You're playing checkers, they're playing chess. You're praying for balance, they're sacrificing comfort to win. So what do? You start giving a damn. You raise your standards. You hold yourself to a level so high, the world has to take notice. You stop making excuses and start making moves. You get serious. Because the world doesn't care if you live average or die a legend. But you should. You're the only one who has to live with the consequences of your laziness, your hesitation, your cowardice. That burden, it's yours to carry. And if that doesn't scare you, if the thought of wasting your one shot at greatness doesn't make you sick, then you've already lost. So no more sob stories. No more waiting for someone to care. Care about yourself. Enough to suffer. enough to grind, enough to execute when it's hard. Because in the end, it's not about what the world gives you, it's about what you take from it. Force your way forward, or stay forgotten, your move. Numbness is a signal, not a stop sign. That dead, empty feeling inside you, that fog in your chest, that stillness in your head, it's not weakness, it's a message. It's your body screaming that you're drifting, that you've gone numb from routine, comfort, or fear. And what do most people do when they feel like this? They stop, they slow down, they rationalize. Maybe I need a break, they say. Maybe I'm depressed. No, what you need is movement. You need pressure, you need purpose so strong, it punches you awake from the inside. When your mind goes quiet and your ambition stalls, it's not time to wait for clarity, it's time to manufacture it. That's the brutal truth no one wants to say. You don't wait to feel better, you force yourself to get sharper. When the engine dies, you don't sit in the car and hope it fixes itself. You get out, roll up your sleeves, and rebuild it. That's what high performers do. They don't mistake numbness for burnout. They recognize it as drift. You've drifted from purpose. You've disconnected from that thing that once lit a fire in your gut. So now what? Sit in silence or move? Structure your day like your life depends on it, because it does. You create routines that leave no room for hesitation. You eliminate the junk, the distractions, the empty time that feeds the fog. You put non-negotiables in place: wake time, workout time, reading time, execution time. You stick to them like your future is being tested every single day, because it is. The man or woman you want to become, they're waiting on the other side of consistency. And guess what? They don't care how you feel right now. They only care what you do. You think greatness comes with goosebumps and inspiration every morning? Get real. It comes in silence. It comes when your heart is empty, your mind is quiet, and you still show up. That's when the winners are made. That's when the losers back out. Because it's not hard to work when you're fired up. It's hard when you feel nothing and still execute like a goddamn machine. That's when it counts. So if you're numb, good. That means the work is about to get real. That means you're entering the phase where the weak get filtered out. You don't pull back, you push harder. You lean in. This is where you train your mind to obey. This is where you decide, am I just another excuse maker, or am I a fucking weapon? You conquer numbness the same way you conquer fear, by moving anyway, by getting up, by attacking the day, by showing the universe that you're not waiting to feel worthy, motivated, or ready. You act, and everything else follows. That's power. That's how you win. You don't need motivation. You need balls, grit, execution in the silence. Champions are made in the days no one sees, in the hours you feel dead inside, but move anyway. Force yourself, or stay average forever. Succession is the only language the universe understands. So shut up, get up, and go fucking build.